Shalom. This is Sincere Milk of Yahweh Sap, Lion's Den. I camp out with Lion's Den, Hawan Ben Joshua Water in Jacksonville, Florida. But first, I'd like to give a prayer to the Father, to the Son, to the elders, to the Akim, and to the women and children. Kal, Halayim, La, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. Bahashem, Ha, Rokak, Rodash, Mahamav, in the name of Yahweh Shai, in spirit and holy and in truth. Double honors to the elders of GMS. Double honors to my elder Hawan. Salutations to the Akim who are in the four corners of the earth in sincerity and truth. And to the women and children, Shalom. Okay, well, another video popped up on my phone, and it has to do with the Sleepy Joe Biden executive order, right? The what they call the CBDC, digital currency. But I must remind you again, it is not a currency. It's an invisible fantasy dream that the Edomites have made up and want to control the whole world with. Okay? The title of this lesson, Trust Not the Wicked. Okay? Let me play a little bit of it. Here we go.
If you missed it, Joe Biden has signed this executive order, numbered 14067, with the title, Ensuring Responsible Development of Digital Assets. And this ushers in the beginning pushes of this CBDC, this digital currency, that the government is going to try to push on the people here in America. And if there's anything out there that you should be wary of, it's this. If there's anything out there that can strip your freedoms and your privacy all together, it's this. I've been warning about this over and over again, but it seems like as the days pass, we get closer and closer to them rolling this out. They've done it in other countries, and we've seen in other countries, like in Africa, if the people rise and they buck back or they reject the CBDC, well then it falls apart. And then the government's going to have to go back to square one to figure out how to try to get the people to accept it.
Well, I hear what he's saying, but scripture says differently, okay? It's going to get to a point where they're going to do it worldwide, all right? And it's going to get to that point where people are going to be fed up that they're being forced to go into, to participate in a scam, in a con, right? And also where they want to control not only your labor, right, or your what they call your wages, but also they want to control how you think. Okay, what you worship and what you gotta worship, right? I want to go to Second Esdras, chapter 15, verse 15. For the sword and their destruction draws near, and one people shall stand up and fight against others. Yeah, that's what's going to happen. And swords in their hands, right? People are going to be fighting with, swords, talking about weapons, okay? I mean, what nation, what people, right, would like to be controlled with new rules of money that they'll make up out of their own heads, right? That different coins have different rules. How much you could spend, what you can spend it on, right? When it gets expired, right? What happens when you want to save it and you can't because it's expired? What happens when you want to travel and you can, right? Because they're going to tell you yes or no. The Edomites going to decide that, right? Who you can get married with, how many kids, what kind of job, what you can eat, what you cannot eat. It's going to get crazy. Verse 16, for there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. Yep, it's going to reach that point. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the cause of their actions shall stand in their power. Hmm? It's gonna get real ugly. Okay, sedition. When they're resisting to insurrection against lawful authority. Yeah, because they want to force something that's going to cause chaos. It's going to cause problems, right? Now, go to school and work hard so you can make a lot of money, right? Forget about that. Because now that you ain't going to have that control. I mean, you really never did, because they always decided who would be rich and who won't be rich to begin with. But now they want to have total control. Okay? Verse 17. A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. Yeah. That's another thing. You won't be able to travel. Right? Not even go to the next city, next town next to you, the next city. Right? Verse 18. For because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. Yeah. You know what's going to happen when you cannot go to the store because you don't have their invisible money? You can't get food. I mean, what the Edomites are really saying is, we want to steal from you more, and the only way we can do it is by you signing up to this program, right? So we can do it, so they can do it easier. Crazy, huh? Verse 19, a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their house with the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation. Woo! See how ugly it's going to get? So, okay, it didn't work on Africa. Africa did not participate it, right? So the Edomites are going to sit back, look at everything, and say, well, we went, through the door, and they didn't take the bait. So now they're going to go around the door, right? Because they can shut the banks. When you go to the bank to get, your so-called money, they can turn off, all the banks can shut down, and then what? It's going to get real bad out there. I want to go to Isaiah. Give me a minute. Isaiah chapter 59, verse 18. Oops. According to their deeds, according he will repay. Fury to his adversaries. Give me a minute. Recompense to his enemies. To the items he will repay recompense. Yeah. Payback, right? Is a mother, they say. I don't want to say the other word. Means make amends to someone for loss or harm suffer, right? Compensate. Because what they really want to do is steal everything. Then that bald-headed guy, what's his name again? Slack, I don't remember his name, but then they say they want to own everything, and you be happy that you have nothing. He was so nice and bold to come out on TV and tell the whole world that, right? Okay. Verse 19. So shall they fear the name of Yahweh from the west, and his glory from the rising of the sun. Since they want to be so bold. When the enemy shall come in like a flood, the Spirit of Yahweh shall lift up a standard against him. That's right. When they think their plan, their goal, right, is going to work, is going to achieve total control of the whole world, Yahweh Bashin Yahushai, okay, is going to put a standard against them, right? So, what you call that? What they call the artificial intelligence cannot even figure it out what that's going to be. Okay. Want to go to song, chapter 28, verse 3. Draw me not away with the wicked, and with the workers of iniquity, which speaks peace to their neighbors, but mischief is in their hearts and their mind. Yeah, that's a comment. Trust not the wicked, right? They're going to say beautiful things that you won't be able to be hacked. Nobody can steal from you, right? You won't be conned or scammed. But they're the ones doing all the hacking, all the scamming, all the conning, right? Verse 4. Give them according to their deeds and according to the wickedness of their endeavorance. Give them after the work of their hands, and render to them their desert, right? Abandon a person, cause, or organization in a way consider disloyal or treacherous. And they are treacherous. They are disloyal, right? The whole world knows it. Why do you think they're going to be coming after us? Because they want us to stop reading the scripture, right? Verse 6. Blessed be Yahweh, because he has heard the voice of my supplications. Yeah. Bless Yahweh Shin Yahushai. Because he's going to come back and remove these wicked Edomites and this wicked kingdom from the face of the earth. Let me play a little bit more and then I'll shut it off.
Which is the issue that they're facing in multiple other countries. Many people seeing that when it comes to these CBDCs, this is all about government control. Every little move anyone makes will be taxed. The lemonade stand, the yard sale, everything. This will also give birth to an underground system by default. And in that system, obviously gold and silver, along with other things, are going to be used to barter.
That's for sure.
We come to find out, as I covered on the live stream, that the Perth Mint has been caught selling diluted gold to people around the world. To China specifically. China's the one that caught it. Perth Mint is the largest mint, the only mint in the world that's backed by a government. And they have been caught loading the gold with little bits of silver or copper to offset the weight in gold. This is big time. As other stories are telling us that solar energy production from here on out could require most of the global silver reserves by 2050.
Ooh, okay, let's see that. I want to leave it with this one. Psalm chapter 91, verse 16. With long life would I satisfy him and show him my salvation. So he's coming back for his people, the so-called Negros, Latinos, and speckled birds. But he's only coming first for 144,000 chosen elect, Slakia, and 1/3. I pray and hope that I be one of them, and that my Akim and my elders camp, the elder as well. And with that I'll say, Shalom.